Good morning. This is Agoracom News TV for Monday, September the 30th, 2013. I've gone through my morning workout, which is to look over a bunch of press releases and find the best ones that stand out to me. Then I talk about those on the show, give you my insights, and the ultimate goal is to find companies that are worth you doing your homework on, and ultimately find some investment winners in there as well. I'm Alan Barry Laboucan. I'm the chief market commentator for Agoracom. Today I've got about 6 or 7 press releases to talk about. We want to keep the show to a little under 10 minutes, so I'm going to get right to them. The first company today is Pacific Rubiales. There's big news in the oil patch today. Pacific Rubiales announced that they are going to acquire all the outstanding common shares of Petrominerales. Under the terms of the agreement, Petrominerales shareholders will receive $11 in cash for each Petrominerales common share held, for a total of approximately $935 million in cash, plus one common share of a newly formed exploration and production company, and the assumption of net debt estimated at $640 million, including convertible bonds. Explorco's assets will consist of Petrominerales' Brazilian exploration assets and $100 million in cash. So, this is a good example of, a company, what can happen when you have a smaller company taken over by a larger company in the resource sector space. Pacific or Petrominerales was trading at about $7 a share. They're getting $11 a share in cash, plus the shareholders are getting a new Explorco, new Petrominerales shares of their exploration assets. So, just a good example of what can happen when you've got a junior exploration company that's undervalued, or a smaller company, oil company that's undervalued, and they get taken over by a bigger player. The next company I wanted to talk about today is Goldreach Resources. Goldreach Resources has been making quite a bit of news out of their Ox deposit, which is in their 100% owned UTSA property, which is south of Smithers, British Columbia, Canada. And they had a new batch of results out earlier today. Those results include one hole had intersected 32 meters of 0.60% copper equivalent. They had another hole with intersecting of 115 meters of 0.56% copper equivalent, including 14 meters of 1.09% copper equivalent, and then more holes that they announced. Again, this is what you would refer to as a high tonnage, lower grade kind of discovery of copper in British Columbia, near an existing mine. They've got a lot of things going for them. I'm following this company really closely. Their stock symbol is GRV, and that trades on the Venture Exchange. The next company I wanted to talk about today is Garibaldi Resources. Before talking about their news, I wanted to let the audience know that I do corporate development work for this company. They also have a banner on my website. If you'd like to do some homework on the company and you're visiting alanberryreports.com, just click on the banner and it'll take you to the company's website. They had some news out on Friday that they have completed 6 drill holes at the gold copper target. Assays are pending. They've got a royalty coming off of one of their projects, a coal project down there that they gave an update on. And then they had some work going on in British Columbia, in a place up there in northern British Columbia. This project, it's called the Grizzly West Project. It's located right beside where another company, Prosper Gold, is doing a lot of work right now. What's interesting about that area is that Prosper Gold is run by the same guys that had found Richfield. Richfield was a big takeover. They were bought out for about $11 in the last couple years, and now these guys are focusing their new attention on this area where Garibaldi also has a very large and strategic land position as well. And it's interesting because just after Garibaldi announcing that they were doing their geophysical program today, Prosper Gold is halted pending news. So that's one I'm going to be keeping an eye on. PGX as well as Garibaldi, which is GGI on the Venture Exchange. The next company I wanted to talk about today is Alpha Minerals, and Alpha Minerals and Fission Uranium. These 50-50 partners in the Patterson Lake South project had some more good news out. They've extended their strike length of their high-grade zone at their Patterson Lake South project. Really good. When you have these high grade, you don't need a lot of extension. These guys have both high grade close to surface, and it's getting a pretty sizable footprint as far as the size of the deposit or the discovery as well. FCU.V is the fission symbol, and AMW.V is the Athabasca. Alpha Minerals website, stock symbol. The next news release comes from Miranda Gold. Miranda Gold has completed their 2013 program. They did 4,000 feet of reverse circulation. Their strongest gold intercept was 45 feet of 0.076 ounces per ton gold, which works out to 13.7 meters of 2.608 grams per ton gold. It also contained a higher grade interval of 1.5 meters of 7.2 grams per ton gold. This project is in Elko, Nevada. It's got interesting grades. It's in the 200 meters and below, few grams per ton type of target. It's not one of those ones that's an overwhelming where it says, this it's clear what they have there, but they definitely have some good grades of gold in the system. Their partner on that project that has spent $2 million is now withdrawing from the project, and Miranda Gold is looking for a new partner. So that's an interesting one. And the final press release today is from Questerre Energy. They released results from oil drilling program on their Pearson, Manitoba project near their existing production in Antler, Saskatchewan. They did 5 holes. The 5 wells are producing about 1,000 barrels of oil per day, which works out to 350 barrels per day net to Questar's interest. There's a quote from their president and chief executive officer, Michael Binion, who stated, and I quote, "We are very pleased with the initial performance of these oil wells. Our light oil netbacks were in excess of $85 per barrel in July. At current production rates, our operating cash flow before overheads is now over $2 million per month." End quote. Very interesting story on the oil front. They've also got a very powerful stock chart. This is one that I'm looking at featuring on our Friday Best of the Best and Weekly News show. Their stock symbol is QEC on the Toronto Exchange. On that note, that's the show for today. Before closing, it's important for you. I'd like to stress it's important for you to do your homework and speak with your financial advisors before making any investment decisions. This is the Monday show. Join us for our Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday show here every morning at Agoracom News TV. Have a great day.